I am currently 1 win away from Masters, and if I win this, I will hit Masters rank in Arena here. This is a good hand. Assuming they don't have some crazy fast deck. Which they might. Do that next turn. And then... oh, yes, definitely. That was a good draw. Human Cleric. Yeah, that's good. It's a trigger setting for the deck. And here we go. We'll start with the Forge. He's playing black-blue. Enchantments are going to be really hard, or artifacts will be probably hard for him to deal with, I hope. I want to do, okay, I'm going to discard a card here in a
Enough
second.
with the mysteries. I've come. I'm tired of your secrets.
We'll discard the Lunarch Veteran here, so I'll trigger when it leaves instead after I play it. Oh, he discarded Tiny Bones. Okay. Play this, and then I think we're going to play Welcome right now. That way, whenever this happens, I'll start drawing extra cards. And we'll put this onto the field.
Wrong necromancer.
I should have waited and played that next turn, probably. Let's see what he can do. I actually don't. Players can't gain life. Okay, that's fun.
I have bigger deeds. It's no fun when... I've always hated crowds.
We're gonna go like... this. I'm gonna trigger draw a card. Then I'm going to go ahead and... I don't like not being able to gain life, so we're going to do a 1/1 counter and destroy target artifact. Player, that's me. Pass on that being on the field. Nice trigger, and I can gain life again. This deck revolves around triggering life gain and throwing tokens onto the field. Like that. I assume he doesn't have much more. So we're going to go ahead and... I think I risk tossing this onto the field now. He has 3 cards. It's forced. He has to get rid of it. It's not optional. And then that's perfect. Another Requisition Raid. Essentially for that Virtue of Pestilence. And I drew another card. This is a nice trigger with this, so whenever or Brask's Forge triggers, I automatically draw a card every turn. Yeah, and that forced his hand right there. And then we're gonna play another Forge. Draw another card. Matter Weaver, that's really good. I think I... So I assume he has kill cards now. It's also the only way he stays alive, so... oh, land. Sacrifices a non-token creature or planeswalker. My life gainer's gone. That's ridiculous. I don't want to overcommit into anything, so we're just gonna play that. Nice. And that should be Master's rank right there. Awesome. Or Mythic rank, whatever it means. I don't think you can level up past that. I have no idea how hard that is to get there, but the decks I played along the way were absolutely ridiculous. This does pretty solid. I'm going to just show the deck I was using real fast. I have spent a total of $14.99, which is buying the intro pack, and that's it. Everything else I've managed to just get from playing the game over time. As you can see, I've used up a considerable amount of my card or available cards. This is set up similar to a commander deck, but it's not a commander deck. It just has a couple cards have multiple: Requisition Raid, Lunarch Veteran, and in case of the Unending Feast, I only have one. It's a great card, but I would need more to get it. Norn's Wellspring got one. Go for Throat 2. Edict, this might need to be replaced by something. I'm not sure yet. I could use another one of these. It's a good card. It's a great card. Lightning Helix. I would like to replace another one of these with another Virtue of Persistence, but I don't have another Mythic, as you can see, so it just is what it is. I have one War Leader's Call, 2 Anim's Pockle, 4 Forges, a Phyrexian Dragon Engine, Wedding Announcement, I'm just going to call it Welcome, Matter Weaver, Shield of Argiv, Pylon, 1 Sherald, Shellred, I don't know, whatever. 1 Bertram Greywater. This combines with this right here. I'm not sure these are optimal, but it's just cards I had available, and they both function quite well. If I had more, I would probably get rid of both of these. And a Lightning Helix, I'd replace a Lightning Helix with another Virtue of Persistence. I would replace this with, I honestly don't know, and I'd replace the Phyrexian Dragon Engine with either another Wedding Announcement or another Welcome to just speed up the deck. Then I have Elesh Norn, Mother of Machines. There's a couple different versions of cards here that deal with triggers. I actually don't think this is the best one, so I need to replace that at some point in time. Terror of the Peaks, I do have a second one available, and perhaps that is a better replacement than Elesh Norn in the deck. And then a Vein Ripper. This card wins almost every time I get it out, if it stays out for more than one turn. And then everything here is just based off triggers, and it triggers life gain, and then whenever I gain life, or a creature dies, they lose life in addition to be able to attack with creatures. So it's done very well. I've ran a couple of decks here, which I'll show them real fast. So this is the next one I've been playing with, and once again, as I said, I'm not sure I can even show it, but I've only spent the $14.99 to buy that one intro pack. These are just all cards I've gotten. And this is a graveyard play deck, and you can see there's an overlap of cards here. I spent my last Mythic on a Phyrexian Obliterator, and I should have upgraded the other deck instead and bought another Virtue of Persistence, but that was what it was. Running Desperate Bloodseeker, Go for the Throat, Lively Dirge, one Aftermath Analyst, using to bring cards back that I toss in my own graveyard. I could use more of these. This card is great for cheaply destroying opponents' enchantments and artifacts, and then I can bring it back with the Honest Roosting right here. Running Pillage the Bog, Praetor here, Hero's Downfall, Phyrexian Arena, Rush of Dread, Free Strider Lookout, so whenever I commit a crime, I get to play more lands. Patient Naturalist to mill cards, create lands, get lands. Case of the Locked Hothouse, and that is allowing me to get more lands and play lands and creatures off the top of my deck. This goes with Bushwhack up here in order to kill off permanents. Ideally, there should be 4 Phyrexian Obliterators in this deck, but there's not. Gix Command and Virtue of Persistence. Also, I have Black Sun's Twilight, kill card, Bushwhack, kill card, once again triggering with Phyrexian Obliterator, Tiny Bones, and Snarling Gorehound. These two right here also trigger with the Lively Dirge right here, allowing me to toss these into the graveyard, get them back out, as well as one of my 3/2s, which could be Sunslayer here, or Gix, which are all very powerful in the deck, or the Honest Rut Stain here to retrieve more cards from my graveyard. There's one other deck that I've been running to reach this point, and that has been, well, actually there's two. It's been this deck right here, and this is, I made a couple of videos on this one earlier. This is a growth deck. This is the very first deck I built here, and this has, during Bond Warden, Requisition Raid, Bushwhack again, Trash the Town, and Goldvine Hydra, Collector's Cage, and this relies on putting counters on Dusk, Legion Duelist, in order to draw more cards, and then there's control from there, and prevention for my permanents being destroyed with cards like Gaia's Gift and Take Up the Shield. Have a Botanical Brawler, Bristle Bill, this thing with Siege Veteran, Kami of Whispers. I'm not sure how good this is. It's alright in there. This card wins almost every time it comes on the field, and then Archangel Elspeth, which is an awesome card for the deck. Let's go back to decks here. I didn't make any changes, so I don't know what it's talking about. And the other deck that I mainly use has been these four. And this got me all the way to Diamond. I have 3 steps ahead. This is where I spend most of my I don't know, card conversions was for this deck right here. And then I use some of them in another deck. And this deck it needs to be modified more, but it's really solid. Creates artifacts and counterspells and draws cards. This is a win con. Allows me to return artifacts to my hand. Blocker, which draws cards. Destroy artifacts, 3 and creatures. Allows me to create treasure tokens. Quickly accelerate to have big golems on the field. Kill card. Whenever I commit a crime, I create treasure tokens. Allows me to accelerate mana. More kill cards and draw cards. Draw cards and convert my mana, so I ensure I have the colors. Esoteric Duplicator is simply to trigger with Simulacrum Synthesizer. This and Herb Brask's Forge are the main 2 cards in this deck. And then World Waker Helm allows me to, in conjunction with 3 steps ahead, create copies of my Simulacrum Synthesizer or Herb Brask's Forge, and then duplicate them every single turn. And then there's just lands in the deck. This deck could use some modifications. It's not set up in an ideal manner at the moment, but it's not bad either. But yeah, those are the 4 decks I use to reach Master's rank. As you saw, I definitely just reached it. I'm I don't know what. I guess that means I'm in the. I guess that means I'm rated in the top 88%. I don't know. It just says 88%. I assume this moves up the more you play. So I'm pretty stoked that I got there. I didn't think I'd be able to do that, but that's pretty cool. So I'm really happy with this, and really happy with the turnout for the season as a whole. I have not had much luck with, as you can see, with what is it, constructed? Not constructed. That's limited, isn't it? Yeah, my limited rank for drafts has not been great this session. I was gold last time, but I'm free to play, so I only buy them when I get 10,000. And then either I win or I don't win after 3. And sometimes I can play another, sometimes I can't. I think I did 3 drafts, and all 3 of those drafts involved me drawing like 14 lands in a row, which is kind of ridiculous. But once again, I'm pretty stoked with my Mythic rank here. So that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching.